Hey guys, iMAT here. In today's video, we are reviewing the North Edge Tharsis. If you think that these watches are only used for telling time, for using stopwatch and timer, then you need to watch this video. I have it for the past few days now, and I gave it proper time to find out everything this watch has to offer. And in this video, we'll be taking a look at all of its features. Before starting, if you're new to the channel, a subscribe would be highly appreciated. And to support my work, you can become a channel member. Let's start with the case material. On the top, we get a brushed stainless steel bezel, and it has classic sunburst brushing lines. The bezel is unidirectional and it can rotate in anti-clockwise direction, and it has 12 markers on it. It's using a carbon fiber composite case, providing it with high strength of carbon fiber, and it also makes it lightweight, durable, and perfectly adapted for outdoors. It's using 22mm fumed silicone straps, and here you can see that it comes with diamond grid lines on it. It also has a 316L stainless steel buckle with North Edge branding on it, and here we have engraved stainless steel case back tightened by 4 screws. Here we get crystal hardened glass, and inside it's using FSTN screen with red backlight. Talking about the parameters, the width is 45.30mm and the height is 46.40mm, and the lug-to-lug length is 52.50. It's quite thick. The thickness is 15.10mm and the straps it is using are 22mm, and according to the holes on the straps, it is compatible with the wrists ranging from 17 to 23.5cm diameter. I am a little skinny, so it looks a bit bigger on my wrist, but overall the size is really nice, and I think that it's going to look great on every wrist size. It's not designed for diving. It's rated 50 meters water resistant, which means it can handle water pressure up to 50 meters of water depth. So I would not recommend you to use it for scuba diving and for high pressure water activities, but it's safe to use it while swimming, while taking a bath, and while taking a walk in the rain. Before we talk about its feature, let's appreciate the dial inside it. They have mentioned that the design is inspired by the red planet's mightiest plateau. A luminescent dial forged from real Martian topography, engraved with gravity data where interstellar romance meets horological precision. It looks amazing in the dark, thanks to the luminous coating on the back, on the markers as well as the hands. And obviously in the dark you can also use the light option to read the time. If you take a look inside, we have the markers, the minute and hours hand, an FSTN screen, and here we have the North Edge logo, and below it we have the Mars gravity, which is 3.721 meter per second square. Now let's take a look at all of the features. We have 3 buttons on the right side, 1 on the left, and here we also get the temperature sensor. We have the start key, mode, reset, and light key here. Using the mode button you can switch between different modes, and for example, if you are going to set the time, all I have to do is come here, then press and hold the start key. Once it's in the edit mode, you can see that you can select between 24 hours and 12 hours format. You can switch using the reset and the start button. Let's go with 12-hour format. Then use the mode key once again. Then you can set the time once again. To move lower, you can use the start key. To move higher, you can use the start key. And to move lower, you can use the reset key. So just like this, to switch between minutes, hours and seconds, you can use the mode key. Now we are in the date menu. Currently, it's 8th month selected. 24 is the date and 26 is the year. Once again, you can switch between them using the mode key. And now the time is set. Let's move forward to the next option. Here we have the barometer data. Once again, you can press and hold the start key if you want to edit it. Then we get the altitude data. You can again edit it by pressing and holding the start key. So I'm gonna save it. Then we have the timer. You can start it by using the start key, and now you can see that it has started. You can press it once again to stop it and start it once again from here. After stopping, you can use the reset key to reset the timer. Then we get the compass option, and the compass actually works really well. As you can see here, it's working really nice. Now let's move to the next option that we have. So we have the alarms option here. You can press and hold the start key, and now you can see that we are in the edit mode. You can set the alarm like this. Then we get the temperature option. Here you can see that currently it's showing the room temperature is 30.5 degrees Celsius, and the temperature changed when I put it in the water, as I showed earlier in the video. You can actually have 2 time zones. If I use the reset button, you can see that it's showing the time zone 1, and then we have the time zone 2. To change the time zone 2, go to time zone 2 and then press and hold the start key, and then you will be able to set the time on this clock. So now you will notice that I have 2 time zones. And finally we have the options button. Let's press and hold the start key. So first of all, you can change the Celsius option. If I use the mode button, then I have the option to turn the beep on or off. If I turn it off, then it won't have the beep option. When this watch arrived, the hands calibration wasn't done right. This can happen to you too. As you can see, currently it's 8:24 PM, but on my analog clock it was showing 8:20 PM. So there was a 3 to 4 minutes difference of the analog clock with the digital clock. So let's see how to fix it. First of all, to set the time, you know that you will have to press and hold the start key, and once you're here, for example, I'm gonna move it to 7, or let's move it to 9, and just like this I can set the time, and once I'm done, it's automatically going to set the time, and it's going to move from 8:24 to 9:24 as you can see. Now how to calibrate the hands. You'll have to press and hold the start key, continue holding it, don't let it go, and you can see that now it's in sync mode. So in the sync mode, it's going to move to 12 AM. Currently you can see that it's not exactly 12. You'll have to use the start and the reset key to move the minutes hand, and just like this you can see that I've moved it to exactly 12. Once done, press the start key and now it will do the calibration. So you can see that there was still at least 1 minute difference, or about 30 seconds difference with 12 PM or 12 AM, and now it's going to set the time accordingly. Now it knows the exact position of 12 AM, so it will set the time accordingly. Let's wait for it to finish. So here you can see that now the calibration is done and we have 9:26 on the analog clock. The analog clock is powered by quartz movement. It's using CR2032 battery, which is a 3 volt non-rechargeable battery coming with a capacity of 220 to 240 mAh. If you check out the specs of this cell, then it can provide you 5 to 8 plus years if you do not use the light or the options like alarms. But if you regularly use the alarms or the light option, then it can provide you about 2 to 5 years of battery life depending on your usage. So guys, that will be all from today's video. In my opinion, it's a great watch in this price range which comes with both analog and digital clock. If you would like to get one for yourself, you can use the purchase link given in the description box below, and I would really appreciate if you can use that link while purchasing. For the upcoming videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. And if you have any questions, let me know about that in the comment section below. If you want to support my work, you can become a channel member. I will see you in the next one.